Step 3. Solving the middle layer. This step will solve the middle layer by putting all of the edges without a yellow sticker into their proper positions. Before we begin, it's a good idea to locate where they are on your cube so you have an idea what you are actually doing. For example, on my cube, here's one piece without a yellow sticker. There's another piece. There's another one. And the last one's right here. See, sometimes the piece is already in its correct position, which is good because it means less work for you. However, most of the time this is not the case and you actually have to solve all 4 pieces. So to do this, you should find an edge in the top layer that does not have a yellow sticker. So this is the one that does not have a yellow sticker on my cube. So I'm going to turn it until it lines up with its color, red and red. Then you need to perform either the first or second algorithm, which I'm about to show you. Also, before I actually show you the algorithm, I want to make sure that you hold your cube so that this piece that you're trying to solve is on the right side. In this example, I'm going to be using this green and red edge piece. So first I'm going to look for where it needs to go. So since this is green, it needs to go right here. So I turn the top layer until it lines up with its color, and then I look for the top color. So since this is red, it needs to go where the red is. So it goes right here in between the red and green, because this is red and green. So by doing this, I'm bringing it into the front, which means I need to use this algorithm. R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. And now I solve that edge. In this example, I'm going to be using this orange and blue edge piece. So first I need to turn it until orange matches up with orange, and then I look at the top color. So since this is blue, I know it needs to go where blue is, which is in the back. So I'm going to use this algorithm this time. R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And now, there is your edge piece, and it's solved. Now I know that these algorithms may seem a little overwhelming at first, but when you actually look at it, it isn't all that hard. What I'm trying to say is that if you break it down, you will find it easier to remember. On this whiteboard, I have laid out both algorithms for this step. As you can see, when the edge needs to go to the front, there are first 5 primes and then 4 normal. Whereas when it needs to go to the back, it is actually the opposite, which may make it a bit easier for you to remember. So you just keep using whichever algorithm you need to solve that edge. Now, in some cases though, as you may find on your cube, sometimes the edge is in its correct place, it's just flipped the wrong way. As in this example with mine, the blue and red edge. To fix this, you just need to perform the first algorithm, and that will get it out, so you can just put it back in, but this time put it in the correct way. Alright, so now for a demonstration. This piece, I'm gonna bring it up here by using the first algorithm. R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. As you can see, it just brought it up right here, so I can turn it and line it up with the blue piece. Now, I can use the algorithm to bring it in the back, which is to bring it over here, and now I'll do that. R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And now, it just solved that piece. After doing this, you will notice that the middle layer is now completely solved. And now you can move on to step 4. Step 4. Solving the yellow cross. This step is basically just to solve the yellow cross. Again, this step requires you to do 2 more algorithms, but because they are very similar to each other, they won't be too hard to learn. By this point, your cube can either have the yellow stickers at the top that form a line shape, or the L shape, or neither like this one. If the yellow stickers on your cube form a line like this, turn the top layer until the line is sideways, like this. Then apply the following algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And as you can see, that solved the yellow cross. Now, if your cube has the yellow stickers in the form of an L, turn the top layer until the L looks like this. Then use this algorithm. Small f, r, u, r prime, u prime, small f prime. Now, I'm going to show you what this looks like. Basically, the small f just means a double rotation, like this, where you turn both the front layer and the middle layer at once. So it looks like this. Small f, r, u, r prime, u prime, small f prime. And as you can see, that solved the yellow cross. Now, if you have a case where you have neither one of these scenarios with the line or the L, you must perform the first algorithm followed by the second algorithm. So, let me show you what I mean by this. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. By doing that, you just made an L shape, which means you can now go on to the second algorithm. So you do small f, R, U, R prime, U prime, small f prime. And you just completed the yellow cross. As you can see, these two algorithms for this step are basically the same, except that one uses small f's. And for this reason, I don't think that you'll have too much trouble memorizing how to do this step or the algorithms either. So after this step, you should have the yellow cross completed, and now you can move on to the fifth step.